Professor Thelvar stood at the front of the interstellar biology lecture hall, his crystalline form refracting the overhead lights into rainbow patterns. Today's lesson focused on dietary classifications across sapient species, and he was particularly animated. The galaxy, he announced, is divided clearly. Herbivores, he gestured to the left side of the room where most students sat, consume plant matter exclusively. Carnivores, he indicated the right side, sparsely populated, consume flesh. This is universal law. Evolutionary specialization prevents crossover. In the back row, Sarah Mitchell unwrapped her lunch container. The smell hit the room instantly. Thelvar's lecture stuttered. What is that odor? Lunch, Sarah replied cheerfully, spearing a meatball with her fork. Beef meatballs with marinara sauce. Want some? The herbivorous students recoiled. The three carnivores, a Vexian, a Krell, and a Thantosian, leaned forward, their predatory instincts engaged. Impossible, Thelvar said flatly. Humans are classified as gatherer species. Your anatomy suggests plant-based consumption. Those flat molars, the extended digestive tract, the forward-facing eyes for tracking prey, Sarah interrupted, pulling out a strip of bacon from a separate container. These flat molars? They're backed by canines designed for tearing meat. This digestive tract? It processes both cellulose and protein. The forward-facing eyes? Predator trait, Professor. She took a deliberate bite of bacon, the crunching sound unnaturally loud in the shocked silence. The Vexian carnivore spoke up, his voice a low growl. But your kind farms. We've seen the reports. Vast agricultural operations. Grain, vegetables, fruits. That's herbivore behavior. We do farm, Sarah agreed, now eating a meatball. We also ranch. Cattle, pigs, chickens, fish. We domesticated them specifically to eat them. She paused for effect. Sometimes we eat the plants we feed to the animals we're going to eat. That's. The Krell searched for words, horrifyingly efficient. Thelvar's crystalline structure had taken on a cloudy, distressed appearance. You cannot be both. Biology doesn't allow. Biology, Sarah said, pulling out a salad container and setting it beside her meatballs, made us adaptable. We can survive on plants alone if necessary. We can survive on meat alone if necessary. But we prefer both. She stabbed a cherry tomato and ate it alongside another meatball. We call it being omnivorous. Omnivorous, Thelvar repeated weakly. The theoretical classification. We thought it was a myth. Very real, Professor. Sarah held up her lunch. This meal contains protein from 3 different animals, carbohydrates from wheat and tomatoes, and 17 different plant species including herbs and spices. My ancestors learned to combine flavors from both kingdoms because they could digest anything. The Thantosian, a obligate carnivore, spoke with something like awe. Your species didn't specialize. You refused to choose. Worse than that, Sarah grinned. We conquered both food chains simultaneously. We're apex predators who also happen to grow our own vegetables. We hunt, we gather, we farm, we ranch. We took every survival strategy nature offered and said, yes, to all of them. She raised her fork. This isn't just lunch, Professor. It's proof that humans looked at the evolutionary binary choice between herbivore and carnivore, and decided to take both options. Thelvar cancelled the rest of his lecture. Some universal laws, he realized, had exceptions that arrived with packed lunches and entirely too much confidence. The smell of bacon lingered in the hall for hours.